And it's bright and early. It's Wednesday. Time to hit a bench session. On like a little 6 a.m. pre-workout mix, I'm taking this Bulla because I got a free sample. It's loaded with stuff and it's got 50 cals, the whole thing. So I do have a little half one here. I tried the other day. Tastes good, felt good. So fully empty stomach. Haven't eaten since last night. It's not a max day, so I train fasted when I get up early on these days. I don't really care. What up? But yeah, I'm gonna make this, bring the aminos to the gym, and I just want to say thanks to you guys for the responses on the Q&A. There was a couple haters, a couple trolls, but yeah, you guys were actually really cool about all the questions that I tried to answer, and sorry for being so tired and stuff. There was a lot of people that were like, yo, you look like shit. Yeah, I had slept, well, I had clients Monday morning and Tuesday morning at 6:30 a.m. and my physics second midterm at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. So basically between Friday and Tuesday, all I did was study, work, gym, study, work, gym, and no time to sleep 8 hours. So probably averaged 4 hours of sleep a night, which is whatever. I mean, I know it's interesting. Mark Loblander always talks about how he sleeps 4 to 5 hours a night, which I mean sounds horrible, but it's doable for a short period of time. Oh yeah, and one thing, guys. We're still here at 7 a.m. Most important thing to do if you're gonna train fasted or training this early, drink water and don't go to the gym right away. You gotta give yourself a little bit of time. So this is 10 ounces for the pre-workout. Oh, water can taste so bad sometimes, but it's gotta be done. What's going on, guys? Finally back on the video game. I just have clips of samples of workouts from Wednesday and Friday. Last Wednesday was a pressing day. It was 8 sets of 3 on the floor press. I ended up pausing all of them, which was awesome. Felt really strong on these, widened my grip a bit, definitely changing up my grips. Pretty much every time I bench. I used to go almost close grip. Now I'm switching back to wide grip, which is my original, just to give the shoulder a rest, give the shoulder a different range to train in. The strength does change, but not much, maybe a % or 2. Mostly the feeling changes. But anyways, that's just highlights from my bench session, and then this is literally one squat. Yes, I know. One set of squats. I did 225. I say my max squat is 325 now because of my knee injury, so hopefully I don't have to go below that, but I think it was 5 sets of 2 with 225. So here's just me checking out my form. Looks cool to me. Did 5 sets, then I dropped it down. Did like a 45 rep, 80 pound set, 85 pound set. Nothing special, step ups, calves, the usual. So I went to New Orleans this weekend, got pretty wild, too wild, came down with kind of like a half-ish fever. Still trained deadlifts on Monday, but feeling under the weather, so you see me here in sweats, beanie, long sleeve. I get back to Miami after freezing in New Orleans, and it's no longer 70 at night, it's like 58 or something, or 60, so that was really uncomfortable to come back from being cold to being cold when I've been missing it, I feel like. But anyways, it was pretty easy, 70 or 80% of my max for 2 sets of 5. On this second set, feeling under the weather and everything, the only thing that makes me feel better, even when I'm sick, is to lift. So I went ahead and hit a set of 5 strapless, and then I strapped up with the straps I have around my wrist and got 10 more reps. I'm not sure why my camera stopped filming. I think it might have to do with dropping the weights. Sometimes it shuts it off. But I think that was my 5th without the straps. And here you see me strapping up, borrowing my boy's straps. You see him right there bending over, no homo. As the guy I met at my gym who's into lifting, powerlifting, knows his shit. So it's nice to meet people that you can actually lift with and talk to. It's straight. But anyways, this was me hitting the 10 more reps. As you can see, really busting through them. The form's not perfect. The hips are a little high, but I had no pain. So I mean, 320 is really light for me. Luckily, I was able to keep it going. Didn't hurt anything. Felt fine. So yeah, right here, I think the camera just goes off. But that was what, 6 or 7 reps. I ended up pulling 10. And my favorite snatch grip deads. It looks like I'm not really fully locking them out, but maybe I'm not. But I mean, felt good to me, felt like full range. This isn't really to work on the lockout necessarily. This is, I think, just for hypertrophy and to change the movement. So you're not doing conventional or sumo every time. It's obviously very different. Snatch grip, off 4 inches, totally different type of feeling. Wasn't, again, focusing on the lockout, just kind of doing what felt best. So yeah, called for 3 sets of 12 on Olympic squat, not doing anything but my most comfortable stance at the moment. So I did a deep box squat. This is the bench and I'm standing on a 45-pound plate and a 1-inch mat, or like a 3/4 inch mat. So I'm going pretty much like almost ass to grass on the box squat. You'll see maybe if I change up, try to get a better camera angle, but it was packed. But yeah, I did 2 sets with 135. Knee felt fine, everything felt fine, but I was just trying to get the workout over with. The volume was so high and I did an AMRAP on the deadlift set with feeling sick. I didn't want to push myself that hard. But here, I had my boy watch my form just to see how my hips are coming down. Sometimes, you know, one glute will come back farther, your one hip will shoot back. Especially if you're dealing with an injury, you'll change things up a lot and not even notice it. So yeah, hit 185, super slow. Last couple reps here and felt fantastic. Definitely love the box squatting. This was super deep. In the squat clip I showed you, it was, I did 160 for 2 sets of 10 with a 3-second pause at parallel, not below. So it's interesting. The Cube has some interesting stuff programmed, especially the program that the coach wrote for me. I do love it. I wish I could keep squatting heavy, but you know, I have to work around it. I do like the programming though. Every workout's different, and a lot of the exercises I really enjoy, it makes me do, like these glute ham raises. I'm getting way better at holding myself up. I can almost lower myself to the ground, so my hamstrings feel super developed. My hamstrings feel like they've definitely gotten good hypertrophy out of that movement, if anything else, so definitely happy with that. I don't feel any carryover to my deadlift, but I feel like my hams have gotten definitely a little harder or sharper or bigger, or whatever adjective, whatever, however you want to describe it. Back raises, then they called for band hamstring curls. I'm not crazy about those. I only have 1 or 2 bands and I can't really get the feeling. So what I did for the first 2 sets, obviously it's really light. I just did like a single leg pause with a super slow negative. This is 10 times speed and you can still see how long the negative's taken me. So just to get a different feeling, deadlift is so explosive. The glute ham raises aren't explosive, but they're very high tension. So I was just chilling on these, very comfortable, relaxed, getting a good squeeze and a good full extension. So yeah, always switch up your tempo, guys. It's good to train your 1 rep maxes how you would do them in a meet, or how, you know, is best for you to move the weight. But when you start going to different exercises, you know, take your time, switch up the plane of motion, switch up the machines, the exercises. It's only going to benefit you, in my opinion. And athlete's choice, flew through some glute bridges, 2 sets of, I think 8, may have done a little bit extra on the last one, but 225 is very light. I plan on going over 315 on these hopefully in the near future. But again, dealing with a fever. I'm gonna go to the doctor tomorrow as I don't feel any better. I'm just kind of dealing with it. And I lifted today, hit a bench session, went for a 1 rep max tie, I guess, the recent 1 rep max tie with the wider grip. The 265 felt kind of slow for 2. Then I bumped it up to what you'll see I did, and we'll see if I got it or not. I wouldn't call this accessory work, I would just call this training, doing an exercise I want to practice. And I woke up and my spinal erectors on my upper back were sore. Maybe those aren't spinal erectors, but my upper back was tight from these, definitely sore.
I don't have time to do 5 sets of something, so let's just chase that burn. AMRAP on calves? Let's do it.
So I don't know if you can tell how bad I was feeling, but a lot of people have just been walking up to me and be like, hey, you look like shit. So that's always you know, a telltale sign that you probably don't look like yourself. But check the calf pump, did a couple sets, and I was like, dude, I'm not chilling here doing 5 or 6 sets of 10 or 12 or 15. I'm just gonna go for a huge set, and my left calf is looking real big there, so that looks cool. And hit a 50 set of the max stack on the ab crunches with the rope and obliques. So that's all that's left of this video, guys. I am going to Orlando this weekend, I hope, so I'll try to get some cool footage and make like a little vlog out of it, but I don't know. I don't want to put crazy stuff on my YouTube channel, so we'll see. Anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. I'll definitely be making some soon and get your guys' opinion of what you guys want to see. Food challenge is coming soon. After this weekend, I'm gonna reverse diet or just maintain plus refeeds. So a lot of people are always asking me like, hey, why are you maintaining or cutting? Because I like to refeed. So if my maintenance says 3,000 calories, I will cut at 2850 or 2950 all week. I know that's a 50 calorie deficit, it's nothing, but I'll cut 100, 200 calorie deficit just so I can have a refeed. I think that's perfectly fine. That's what I like to do. I like to eat a lot. I was anorexic when I started lifting, which I'm sure some of you know, but I don't talk about it much because it sounds dramatic. It wasn't like dramatically avoiding food. I just didn't eat because I wasn't raised to eat out. I wasn't raised to eat fast food. So, and I wasn't an ecto, just had that type of lean body. So food wasn't interesting to me. I was clinically anorexic. But anyways, food challenges are dope. Devin from Beast Aesthetics, if you guys aren't already aware, check his channel out. He's been killing the food game. We used to kill it together, but hopefully I'll see him soon and I'll bring you guys some cool eating events or feats. Peace out, guys. Much love.